What's up, guys? It's the Top Dog back for another video. Today it's not going to be the regular type of video, no class setups or anything like that. I'm just going to be talking to you guys about a couple things about World War II and just talking about, how good the game could be and how good the game, should be if they fix, certain things and stuff like that. If you guys are new, make sure you sub to the channel, make sure you like the video. Make sure you turn on notifications so you don't miss anything else in the future. And without further ado, let's get into the video. Now, there's been a lot of people talking about, this game could be, possibly the best Call of Duty that's ever came out, and a lot of you guys may be thinking that, it's just people that are new to the COD community and they never played games like BO2 and MW3 and MW2 and all those COD 4, all those older games. And really, I don't blame these people whether they're new or not, because this game has a lot of potential. There's a lot of good things in this game. There are also bad things in this game, but there's bad things in every game ever made, and there's still, all these good games like BO2, they had, bad things in them too. And I feel like, if they can fix these bad things in this game, sure, they're not going to fix everything, but if they can fix, the main problems, I feel like this game could be probably not the best, but one of the best Call of Duties that's ever came out. Now, if you guys haven't seen my first video about this game, the pros and cons, I'm going to go over them again real quick. So, first thing, obviously the servers. I mean, we can't play the game if the servers are bad. They turned the servers off over the weekend, so there was, like just regular people hosting the games, and there's a lot of host migration going on as people are leaving games. They gotta fix the servers, man. It's been a whole week. It's been over a week already, and the servers still aren't what they should be. I heard the servers are fixed now. I haven't gotten a chance to play yet, so I'm not sure. But I'll just, I'm just gonna say that the servers are bad based on what I've seen. Second thing, score streaks. You guys already know how I feel about that. The whole point of score streaks is to be rewarded for getting the amount of score that you're supposed to get. You have to get, I don't know, like 800 score for the artillery or something. And I feel like the rewards in this game, it almost feels like I'm getting punished instead of rewarded, because the rewards are just so bad in this game. And the third thing is the maps. I mean, it's already bad enough that there's only like 6 or 7 maps in the game. Outside of war, there's I think 3 or 4 war maps, so there's about 10 maps in the game in total. That's just not good at all. There's like no maps, and none of the maps really stand out. There's not that one good map like in BO2. There was Raid and Nuketown, and those maps that everyone remembers, and in this game they don't really have a map like that. Now, if you guys remember, I did say one of the better things about this game is that there's good weapon balance. A lot of people use different weapons, and that's still true. However, I see more people kind of moving towards certain guns and certain weapon classes. Like, a lot of people use the PPSH, a lot of people use the bar, a lot of people use the Tommy gun. People still use other weapons, but now they're starting to move. Now the game's been out a little bit more, and people, aren't really experimenting anymore. People are kind of moving to certain weapons. That's not really a problem. That's kind of how every game is. So, I mean, there's no issue with that. I feel like this game, another good thing about this game, aside from other games, is that it's like skill actually matters in this game. I feel like in a lot of other Call of Duties, they kind of just make the game, they just try to make the game more fun than it is like about skill, because they want, the noobs or like beginner players to keep on playing the game, so everyone has like a 1 KD. But in this game, I feel like skill actually like really matters in this game. The more skilled player actually wins the gunfights, and I like that because it's in the other Call of Duties. I mean, I understand that they're trying to make it balanced for everyone, and so everyone has a good time. But then it's like for the skilled players, it's not exactly fair, because like they make the new players, especially like the new players, as good as the skilled players. Especially with supply drops, and like in Black Ops 3 they had the XMC. If like anyone that had the XMC was good no matter what. I mean, that gun is just so good that no matter who had it, if I got the game 5 minutes ago, I could be as good as someone who's been playing Call of Duty since the first one. So now, since the supply drops don't have that, I feel like it's really helpful because skill actually matters now. Now, one of the main, like, really main things about this game that everyone that's really getting people to play it is the fact that it's boots on the ground. You guys know that everyone, boots on the ground, people were kind of like, everyone likes boots on the ground, but everyone was kind of complaining about it a little bit, especially with COD Ghosts and stuff like that. And then they brought the jetpacks, and some people liked it. It was more the newer players that, that was like their first game. And then the older players that are used to boots on the ground didn't really like it. And now, they were complaining about that, and now they're on boots on the ground. And it's kind of back to the old playstyle. And I feel like there was more people that are for boots on the ground than people that were for jetpacks. And so that brings the larger community back to Call of Duty, and more people playing this. A lot of people have been saying that this game is basically like a rip-off Battlefield. I feel like that's completely wrong. I feel like Battlefield, I did not like Battlefield 1. I feel like there was a lot of things that were wrong about that game. It just wasn't as fun. And this game, I felt the same way about this game too, actually, when I first got it. Like, when I first played this game, even when I played the beta, I was like, man, this game's kind of trash. And then, like, when I started playing it more and more and more and more, and really playing it, really getting used to it, it's actually become a really fun game. I play it. This is like the only game I'm really playing right now. So, I just had to get used to it. And for the people that are saying this is like a knockoff or rip-off Battlefield, I think that's just completely off. I think they're just saying that because it's the whole World War thing. But these games to me are completely different. I don't really see any similarities other than, there's like old guns and stuff. And so, yeah, anybody that's saying that, just give this game a chance instead of just comparing it to another game, because it took me a while to get used to it, but once I got used to it, I really started to like it. So just give it a chance. Now, you guys know, if you've played recent Call of Duties, you guys know about the whole pick 10 system. You get 10 slots in your class with attachments and perks and all that stuff. And in World War II, they kind of moved away from that and tried to add their own little thing with the whole divisions and basic trainings and stuff like that. And if you guys remember in the first video, I said it was a good thing and I really liked it. I'm still leaning more to that side, but now that I've actually played it more and gotten used to it, I'm kind of not really on either side about it. I'm kind of neutral on that, because I like how they kind of went away and kind of tried to do their own thing, and the system that they did was not bad at all. It's pretty good. I like it. I like that they tried to do something new. However, the only one problem I have with it is that you can only get one basic training, and I feel like it's just not enough to really build your class around. The whole divisions thing and everything is really cool. But it's just that basic training. I like that the basic trainings, some of them are like bundled together, like primed, where you have the no flinching and you have the extra attachment, or hustle, you reload faster, and while sprinting. Like, I like how they're bundled together, but the fact that you can only choose one is it makes it harder to really make your class and build your class. But at the same time, I do like that because it adds that skill to it. Because in BO3 or Black Ops 3, if you guys don't know what BO3 is, Black Ops 3, but in that game, you could like people that got new to the game, they could just put the most overpowered stuff on the class and be good. They could run the VMP and then put like Sixth Sense, Tracker, and Awareness and all that stuff, and they could just be a god as soon as they get the game. And with this game, you actually have to like really know what's good for the class instead of just putting on all the overpowered stuff. And so I'm kind of in the middle with that. So yeah. Alright, so now that I explained a little bit of the pros and cons again for you guys, if you guys didn't see the first video, I feel like this game has a lot of potential. I feel like this game could really be one of the top Call of Duties. I still don't think it could be the first, or like not first, but the best Call of Duty. But I feel like it has a lot of potential because there's not that many things that are wrong with it. I feel like the biggest thing that's wrong with it is the servers. If they can fix the servers, that's already a big upgrade on this game. Because with servers comes hit detection and connection and loading your stats and all that stuff. So if they can fix the servers, then I really think that this game could just be way better. With the score streaks and maps, maps really with maps they can't go back and change all the maps that they already put in the game. So All they really need to do is make the DLC maps good, or maybe add a few maps, cause that way people don't have to buy the season pass in this game. Because like I said, I feel like since the maps are so bad, I feel like you have to buy a season pass. But if they add, you know, maybe 2 more maps that aren't DLC, I feel like, you know, it won't feel that way. And with the score streaks, you know, maybe just buff them, or, you know, make the points a little bit lower or something like that, because it's just not right that I have to get, you know, like 9 or 10 kills or whatever for the artillery, and then I get like 1 or 2 kills with it if I'm lucky. And on top of that, speaking of like points, they need to fix the domination too, because in domination you're only getting 50 points per kill, so that makes you have to get 10 kills to get a UAV. That's just not, like, the UAV's not that good to get 10 kills. And I know that in the beta they changed it to 100 because people were complaining about it in the beta, and then when they did that, everyone was just spamming UAVs and just spamming them. But if that's the problem, spamming UAVs, if it's on 100 points, if that's the problem, at least put it to 75. That way you're in the middle and people won't be spamming UAVs, but people will be able to get streaks, not all the time, but at least sometimes, because it's way too hard to get streaks in domination. And it's already bad enough that the streaks aren't as powerful, so that, you know, when you get your streaks, you won't even like get any kills. So they need to fix that too. But when they don't have to fix all these things for the game to be good. I feel like if they just, all they really need to focus on right now is the servers, because the servers has a lot of little problems inside of that alone. And so if they can fix the servers and get them good enough to where people can actually play on it without lagging out of every single game, then that's already a huge upgrade on this game, and that'll already get this game on one of the top spots of the Call of Duty. Like in this game, at least when it came out with a lot of new things. Like Infinite Warfare, when it came out, you guys already know how that disaster came out. You know, everyone, you couldn't see leaderboards, you couldn't see combat records, you couldn't see paint jobs, everything in Infinite Warfare was kind of unfinished. At least in this game, the problem is the servers and like score streaks and stuff, and not the game being complete. That's just, if the game's not complete, why release it? That's how I see it. But this game, I feel like it actually is complete. There's just a couple, you know, little problems inside, and they need to fix that. And once they do that, this game could be probably in my top 5 in Call of Duties that I've ever played. And so yeah. Also, a lot of people have been saying that the pace, or like the speed of this game, the whole like flow of it and how the game actually plays, is pretty similar to the classic mode on Advanced Warfare, which I like and a lot of other people like, because it's boots on the ground, and because I like boots on the ground, but I like the jetpacks too, so it's kind of like a mix almost, because, you know, it's boots on the ground and people do stay back and people do kind of head glitch and stuff like that, but at the same time the game's kind of fast paced to where you can rush without everyone camping and stuff like that. Because the thing about it was, like, people were saying BO3 was, you know, or in like the advanced movement games, you know, everyone's jetpacking and the game moves too fast. But then, like, in games like MWR, everyone was camping and like camping with snipers and all that stuff, and camping on rooftops and everything. And people, like, I didn't like the camping, and people don't like the fast movement. So I feel like with the whole like fast pace, boots on the ground is a great idea, because it's like, it's kind of a mix so that everyone's kind of happy in that way. Also, I just want to say that at least like with this game, at least in this game, there's like, the problems are actually like fixable, you know, because like the servers, they can fix the server. Score streaks, they can fix that. Maps, it's kind of hard to fix, but they can fix it. And there's not too many problems in this game to where, like, you know, the thing about this game is that there's more good in this game than there is bad in this game, and that's already a good way to start. Because, you know, if there's already more good than bad, like, you know, people see bad things in games and they're like, oh, this game sucks because, you know, this thing, but then they don't see all the good things in the game, and, you know, so they just automatically see the bad and they're like, oh, this game's trash. So, you know, at least in this game, there are more good things to look at than there are bad things to look at. Where in other cases, like Infinite Warfare, where the game wasn't even complete on release, you know, there was a lot of bad things and there weren't too many good things. The graphics in this game are good, the movement's good, the weapon balance is good, The servers obviously aren't good, but you know, like the colors in this game and everything, there's a lot of memorable guns that everyone likes, like the MP40, the Tommy gun, the PPSH, the STG. There's a lot of guns like that that people, you know, remember, and they're like, oh, I remember this game from, or I remember this gun from that game, you know. So it's like there's a lot of good things in this game that people can look forward to. If you haven't gotten this game, or you're like not really sure if you should get the game, I do recommend the game. It seems like it's going really well so far. I mean, the game's only been out for about a week or so, so I don't really know exactly how it's going to be. But for the most part, it's been pretty fun so far. I'm liking it so far. And with that being said, that's all I wanted to say for the video. If you guys are new, make sure you sub, like the video, turn on notifications. If you want to see me make any certain types of videos, leave a comment down below. I also forgot to mention in the beginning of the video, I am sick. That's why I sound like this. Sorry about that. And yeah, that's about it. So thanks for watching, guys. See you guys later. See you in the next video. Peace.